Hey everyone, this is Dr. Retro's Video Game Finds part 115, and as I promised, this one is going to be all about the retro game convention in Deurne. But there's of course an exception, and this set came in just the day before the convention, and I just had to put it on camera to show you guys, because else you couldn't see it for another week. So this is a big pile of RPG guides, and we're starting off with my favorite turn-based RPG of all time, Final Fantasy Tactics. This game is pure gold. If you like turn-based RPGs, if you like RPGs, give this baby a try, because it is truly brilliant. I played the PSP version, which has extra visuals, etc., but the PS1 version is amazing as well. Definitely a pick for the RPG lovers. Then Final Fantasy 12 Complete Guide Limited Edition, Final Fantasy X2, so that's 10 Part 2. Then we have Final Fantasy 10, Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 3, Final Fantasy 9, Final Fantasy 8, Kingdom Hearts Part 1, Kingdom Hearts Part 2, and Final Fantasy 7. With that set of game guides came a set of RPGs, and most of these came with the guide, as you can see. Vagrant Story, Air Guides, Final Fantasy Tactics, Kingdom Hearts 1, Star Ocean Till the End of Time, Final Fantasy 9, Final Fantasy 8, Kingdom Hearts 2, Final Fantasy 10, Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 10 Part 2, Final Fantasy 6, Unlimited Saga, which appears to be horrible. I have never played it, but I only hear horrible things about it. Then we have Final Fantasy Anthology, which has 4 and 5, and Final Fantasy Origins, which has 1 and 2. So there's no Final Fantasy 3 here. And Final Fantasy 12, and Dirge of Cerberus Final Fantasy 7. So, the retro game convention in Deurne. Let's first say that the convention was a big success. The amount of visitors we had was amazing. At some points it was even too busy because people couldn't move, but after all, it was a great convention. So the stuff I got is a lot, and if you're following me on Facebook, you could have already seen an overview picture of the finds, and yes, it is a lot. So let's get to it and start showing. These first 5 are not from the convention. These are a purchase that came in the day before the convention. These are all empty, by the way. NHL 96, Smurfs Around the World, Striker, Super Hockey, and NBA All-Star Challenge. I happen to have cartridges for most of these, so I can just complete those. Then let's start with PC Big Box. The first few. Let me just dump them here. No time to do it all slowly and nicely. We have to hurry to make this video below 30 minutes. Temujin, Beyond Time, Time Lapse, Myst, Faust, Aztec, and Myst 3-Part Exile, upside down. The next set of big box games: Prince of Persia 3D, Arc of Time, Quake Part 2, City of the Lost Children, Phantasmagoria 2, Puzzle of Flesh, Roger Wilco, Space Quest 6. This is Heavy Gear, and this last one is the Zork Anthology, which has the complete Zork set in it. Let's skip the big boxes for a while, because I got some more, not a lot though, but I got some more, we'll show them later. But now for a set of games that I have honestly never had before. In 7 years, I never had one of these. I do have the console, new in box, with the game that came with it, but I don't have a single loose game or box game. So this is a set of Virtual Boy games. I actually had someone, I'm not sure if he's a follower on YouTube, but someone came to my stand at the convention and said, "Hey man, I have these, do you want to trade them?" And I looked through them and I said, "Yes please." So what we have here is Vertical Force, Mario Clash, which is sealed but opened. They cut the seal to put in the Mexican manual. Then Golf, Talaro Boxer, Galactic Pinball, and I can't read this, but this guy tells me it's a Bomberman game. I'm gonna keep these. I don't have any Virtual Boy games in my collection, and I'm really happy to have these. Also, by the way, for the convention goers that are watching this, I loved it that all you guys talked to me and gave me some feedback on the channel, and I'm really thankful for that. Thank you so much. I just looked through the Virtual Boy games I just showed you, and I noticed that the Bomberman game is not a Bomberman game. It's a sort of Tetris type puzzle game. So CDI, also part of a trade that someone offered at my stand. Asterix, Tetsuo Gaiden, Crime Patrol, Zenith, Hotel Mario, The Wacky World of Miniature Golf with Eugene Levy. Not 100% sure, but wasn't the guy, the father in American Pie also called Eugene Levy? Or was that Noah Levy? Something like that. And Pyramid Adventures, Episode 1, Treasures of the Lost Pyramid. Don't know if there's multiple episodes, but they sure planned a lot with naming the first one Episode 1. So that's a set of CDI games. Let's go to PlayStation 1. Most of these PlayStation 1 games I got as part of a trade for a complete in box Hudson Hawk, which I had for the NES. Quite a rare game, and a friend of mine was looking for it, and he had some nice PlayStation 1 games, so we traded. Resident Evil Part 2, Breath of Fire Part 3, Kagero Deception 2, Kirikou, or whatever you want to call it. I bought this one, it wasn't part of a trade, and I had never seen it before. And usually when I haven't seen a PlayStation 1 game before, I pick it up, probably because it's obscure, but small chance it's rare. Strider 2, which also has Strider 1, Skull Monkeys, Bust Groove, but I'm noticing now that, oh, I thought the front was missing, but the front is not missing, it's there. Then we have Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter, D, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, and the last two are Mega Man Legends Part 2 and Crash Bash. As you know, I'm usually saving the best for last in my videos, but there's just so much that I just have to show some of the good stuff, because else it will be boring to watch all the rest. So this was a set of manuals, got these all for €1 a piece, and they're all nice to fill up games I don't have complete. This is Adventure Island 2, Pokemon Yellow, Red, Blue, Battletoads, Amazing Spider-Man, R-Type, Zen Intergalactic Ninja. Then we have Rocket Knight Adventures and Streets of Rage Part 3. Chameleon Twist Part 2, Zelda Ocarina of Time, Illusion of Gaia, either the book or the guide, I'm not sure yet. Battletoads and Battle Maniacs, and R-Type 3, which is, I think, the rarest shoot 'em up on the PlayStation Super Nintendo, PAL version at least. PlayStation 2 and GameCube, and these were all part of trade-ins as well. Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence, Xenosaga Episode 1 Der Wille zur Macht, and this one was not released in Europe. We only got Part 2, said that 100 times before, and it's still retarded. Tai 2, Tasmanian Tiger, Bush Rescue, Rayman 3, Prince of Persia Sands of Time, Donald Duck PK, 18-Wheeler, American Pro Trucker, and Harry Potter Quidditch, Dutch version. We have to blast through another pile of big boxes in order to get to the next Nintendo pile. Rayman M, Dungeon Keeper, Schism, Rally Championship 2000, Sign of the Sun, and June 2000, which is one of my favorite RTSs of all time. I remember being so scared of them damn sandworms messing up my plans. And we've reached the last pile of PC big box games. Light and Darkness The Prophecy, Ultima 9 Ascension, Knights of the Round Table, Nocturne of Nocturnem. That thing, it's a claw, but is it meant as an M? Don't think so, but who knows. The Wheel of Time, which takes the cake as one of the most ridiculous box designs ever, because this always gets messed up. This one is actually still fine, but 99% of this top flap is totally messed up. Lords of Magic, Riven, the sequel to Myst, and The Longest Journey. Another set of trade-ins, and this is actually a good thing about those retro conventions, because you as a retro gamer, you can just bring your old junk, and the stores or the bigger resellers, etc., they will take your junk and give you something good back for it. So this is a pile of pretty common Nintendo 64 games that I traded for, I believe, as 2 Zelda games or something. I don't remember. Olympic Hockey 98, Formula 1 Pole Position 64, Daikatana, Top Gear Rally, XG2, Turok 2, Forsaken, Quake, Donald Duck Quack Attack, Light Wars Extreme G, and Xena Warrior Princess. Next up, Super Nintendo. On the right we have some cartridges, Killer Instinct, Super Street Fighter 2, another Killer Instinct, and Street Fighter 2 Turbo. And then we have Complete in Box, Mortal Kombat, Cannon Fodder, and Illusion of Time, which is, I believe, the least out of the three Gaia series RPGs, but I haven't played it myself, so if you disagree, feel free to disagree. A set of Pokemons for the Game Boy. We have Fire Red for the Game Boy Advance, then we have Gold for the Game Boy Color, 2 pieces, Red for the original Game Boy, 2 copies, and Silver for the Game Boy Color, and then Complete in Box, Bubble Bubble, and Pokemon Emerald. And this last one is a green Game Boy Color, Complete in Box, with a little sticker that says there are batteries included. Wow. That's a rare thing, because usually batteries are not included. But this set had the batteries. And yet another trade-in is this Master System 2, the original version I believe with Alex Kidd built in, and it's in absolutely superb condition. This is, I've never seen a Master System 2 in this good a shape. And I don't think my collection copy is as nice as this one, so that will be an upgrade for me. And this one came with at least, let me count, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, let's say 40 games. So let's get to the games. First 2 piles: Aladdin, World Grand Prix, Secret Command, Transbot, Shadow Dancer, Secret of Shinobi, Lucky Dime Caper, Casino Games, Zillion 2, The Triformation, Rambo 3, Spider-Man, World Soccer, Spellcaster, Pac-Mania, Michael Jackson Moonwalker, and Ace of Aces. Then we have Double Dragon, California Games, Sonic the Hedgehog Part 2, Psycho Fox, Le Roi Lion, Lion King, Simpsons Bart vs. Space Mutants, Terminator, Afterburner, Strider, Golden Axe, Kung Fu Kid, and Asterix. The second to last pile is The Ninja, Sonic Chaos, Alex Kidd in High Tech World, Operation Wolf, Altered Beast, Pit Fighter, Rescue Mission, Sonic 1, Heavyweight Champ, Ghost House, McDonald's Global Gladiators, and Fantasy Zone. And then we have 1 pile left. And in this last pile we have the New Zealand Story, Marble Madness, Great Volleyball, California Games, Enduro Racer, Castle of Illusion, Space Harrier, Aztec Adventure, Paperboy, Aerial Assault, Super Monaco GP, and Pro Wrestling. So that was a lot of... Wait, does this guy miss his head? There's a head. Where's this guy's head? Or is he holding his own head? What the... I had never seen that before. What the hell? We've reached the last trade-in of this convention, and this actually had 3 more games and a Complete in Box Super Famicom, but I already sold that the same day, so can't show you guys that one. But it was Super Mario RPG Complete in Box, a Super Famicom Complete in Box, and another game, don't remember which game. So the games that were left: Derby Stallion 3 or 2, 3, Super Scope 6, Final Fantasy Part 6, Dragon Quest Part 5, Street Fighter 2, Gun Hazard, Mega Man X or Rockman X, Final Fantasy Part 4, Super Black Bass, Wild Tracks, RPM Racing. Oh no, I remember, that last game was R-Type, Super R-Type. This is Super Street Fighter 2, Queen Special. Let's see what is those small letters. Super Fire Pro Wrestling Queen's Special. Street Fighter 2 Turbo, and Wonder Project, which I never heard of, but it looks like an RPG to me. I forgot to show you one of the Super Famicom games, and this is Mario and Wario, and it's a game you can play with the mouse. And I don't think we had a version of that in Europe or in America. This appears to be... yeah, I can't read Japanese and I haven't watched the video of it yet, but the first thing that comes up to me is a sort of Mario vs. Donkey Kong that mini-me game. Not 100% sure. If you know, let me know. Then, for the Sega Mega Drive, Buck Rogers' Countdown to Doomsday, The Haunting starring Poltergeist, Phantom 2040, Clay Fighter, Captain Planet and the Planeteers, Wiz and Liz, and the last one is Echo the Dolphin, but it's a gold collection version. Now, I had never seen it before. It's probably worthless because it's sort of a platinum release, but I had never seen this box version before, so I picked it up. And that's, like I said in one of my collecting tip videos, that's always a good thing. If it looks strange to you and not fake, pick it up, because you never know. We're nearing the end of the video, and after this pile of NES games there's 9 games left, and of those 9, most end up in my collection. Complete in box: Snake, Rattle and Roll, Super Mario Bros. 2, Super Mario Bros. 2, Super Mario Bros. 3, Super Mario Bros. 3, Super Mario Bros. 3. You can never have enough Super Mario Bros. 3. Mega Man 4 with a horribly damaged label, Castlevania Dracula's Curse, another Super Mario Bros. 3, Kung Fu, which is the whole version with a nice hang tab, but some fool went on writing there. So this one is damaged. And then Wild Gunman, and the hang tab of this one is what usually happens to hang tabs. They're ripped out all the way to the front, and it stops here, but some of them actually go down here as well, and it's just missing a big part of the game. This is the whole version, which is the Dutch release code. And that's of course the most popular version over here, because Dutch collectors like myself want whole versions, Dutch versions. It's taken so long to get everything sorted out that the light is fading a bit, so I had to put on some artificial light. This is all stuff I found that ends up in my personal collection, and I'm very happy with most of these. Advance Wars for the Game Boy Advance, Advance Wars or Advance Wars is one of my favorite tactical RPGs, and especially the DS versions are extremely good. I had to fill some holes in my collection, and I love filling holes, so Pokemon Sapphire was the only missing Pokemon for the Game Boy, and Pokemon Colosseum was the only one missing for the GameCube. Unfortunately there's no memory card, but that's like with 99% of these. Then for the NES, Super Spy Hunter. I remember playing this game on either Commodore or Amiga or some other home-based system way back in the 90s, very early 90s. It was at someone that lived in my street. I played it at home, and I didn't know what game it was. A couple of years ago I tried to figure it out, and I found out it was Super Spy Hunter, and it's a really cool game. Then for the PC, Thief 2, The Metal Age. For the Super Nintendo, Raiden Trad, which is also a shoot 'em up, and I think I have most of the shoot 'em ups on the Super Nintendo now, not 100% sure. Then a sleeper hit for the Super Nintendo, Run Saber, in not super condition, but it's collectible enough. It's not super, but it's good enough. And Run Saber is one of those games that is now pricey, but not extremely expensive, but it will rise in price in the coming time, because this is definitely not an easy to find game, and it's also quite good game. Then for the PC, again, Baldur's Gate Tales of the Sword Coast, and this is the second to last Baldur's Gate I needed. I still miss Throne of Baal, the loose box. I do have the sets, etc., but I want them standalone. This baby is too big to fit on my table, so I had to improvise a bit, but this is a complete in-box Vectrex, and with complete I mean 100% complete, because it also has the often missing styrofoam. This is actually a really fun console, but you have to be able to enjoy really old school stuff, because this is, yeah, pretty much as old school as it gets. These are also quite rare, and it's a nice addition to any collection, because this is where arcade gaming at home actually started. Before we get to the last item, which was the find of the day, I got this. This is the Zelda A Link Between Worlds Collector's Edition. And these are not easy to come by, because they were only sold in one store, I believe. And these are never or hardly ever complete, because the poster. I haven't heard of anyone, or actually I have. The poster did get sent out, but there were too few. So those posters are even more rare, but this collector's edition is really hard to find as well. It comes with the game itself and a little chest that you can see here that you can store 3DS games in, and it has the Zelda chest opening sound. The thing is with this set is it's self-constructed, so this box came folded out, and the game and the chest are still sealed. And I'm a bit too much of a collector to start opening sealed Zelda games. I already have the game, I'm almost finished actually, but it's a download version. I'm gonna keep this one sealed, because opening a sealed Zelda game, nah, that's just too much money throwing away, or at least future money. So after the last game, and this game is not complete, and still it's the find of the day. I got a tip from a fellow collector. He said, well, there's something in the back of that stand, they put it away and it's missing the cartridge, and I only want it if it has the cartridge, but if you want it without the cartridge, it's yours. and hell yes did I want it without the cartridge. So again, Gunther, thanks for showing me this, because it is an amazing find. And the picture I put up on Facebook of the whole pile of games, I said you have to connect a color with a rare game and then you can see the hidden gem in the pile. And as a collector and as an NES collector, there's a certain type of purple that rings a bell. If I see that kind of purple, I go, hey, wait, that could be, and yes it was, Action 52. Probably one of the most horrible games ever created in the history of mankind. There are plethora of videos online that show you how horrible this game is, but it is hell rare. It is damn rare. So this is without the cartridge, but it is with a box in very good shape for being such a flimsy cardboard box. And it's not just the box, it's also the manual, which is a bit creased, the comic, which is almost always missing from complete copies, and 2 of the inserts. This is still my best find, even though it's not complete, because a complete copy goes for crazy amounts. But the good thing is, at least for me, people that have a copy in their collection are often missing something, either the inlay, either the comic, the manual, whatever, and I can use this to help other people complete their sets. So that's why it's such an amazing find, and it's ultra rare, because, of course. So that was it for this week. This was the Retro Game Convention in Deurne edition, and the next edition is the 31st of August 2014. So check out www.retrogamebeurs, which is BEURS.nl, for all the information, and you can always ask me. My Facebook is facebook.com/drretromd, and I hope you enjoyed watching this. And if you did, I hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.